We're kind of just making it factory.
Yeah, factory at 4:30 on a Friday shift.
Did I ever tell you about the kidnapping when I was in 7th grade at school? I never told you about that? In the middle of a test, and I leaned over, I was like, bro, you better wake up before Miss Graves finds you sleeping during this test. That kid was napping all the time, I swear.
Get out of here.
Welcome back to Crossthread Garage and Salvage. I'm Steve. This is my assistant, Jazz Hands. Actually, that's my daughter, K8lynn, and this is her 41 Ford pickup truck that we're building on a 2000 F350 chassis. And this week, I let K8lynn build a firewall.
All by myself.
Just kidding. We did that together. I'll take part of the blame for however that ends up looking. Well, guys, last week we took an old washing machine that tried to burn our house down and turned it into floor pans in K8lynn's 41 Ford. And this week, we're going to put some fabrication back up in this situation.
Oh, slice and dice! Hello! No! I don't even know what I was doing, guys.
By finding some old 18 gauge sheet metal that we're going to try and make a firewall out of. So join us for this gigantic puzzle where you have to make your own pieces and then try and fit them together. All right, so what we've done is we've taken 2 of these pieces of flat stock that we cut out over there, folded up the ends. Basically, we want the firewall, when we piece it together, to be overlapped. So we're gonna be drilling and plug welding these, not those 2 seams together, but you get the idea. I'm just using these here. Actually, K8lynn, come here. What we've got here are the pieces we just cut out. They're gonna go like that. And then this one is gonna go like that. We gotta trim the edge here along the floor. It's a big puzzle is what we're saying. So we're gonna start with this guy.
Why don't we have 2 of those?
Getting it tacked in because the driver's side is actually on an angle. So the one that goes over here is not gonna go straight. It's gonna end up going like this and then meeting this one like that. So, like I said, puzzle. We're just putting the pieces together. Let's get these slipped in behind the floor. Oh, nope, I'm wrong. This isn't gonna go up above this. We need to get the top in first. You need to get, hey.
What?
This needs to go up above. There we go. In the corner. What we need to do is make sure that the clearance here and over there are the same. And then we can go ahead and start plug welding through these holes here to this sheet metal and plug welding the floor where we've already got it drilled. So before we tack that in, we realized we need to get this cleaned up and primed with some weld through primer. So we're gonna do that real quick. Doesn't have to be a real heavy wet coat, just try not to get too much on my floor. All right, let's let that dry and then we'll flip it over and we gotta do the other side too. Well, it is the next day, and since we can only solve one problem at a time, we're gonna put this firewall together one piece at a time. At least that's the plan right now. So we've got to get this piece up in here. Y'all want to make me lose my mind.
How are we gonna tackle that piece?
I don't know. So I said we got to solve one problem at a time. That's not the problem that I'm trying to solve right now. Still kind of don't like that corner there. I don't like that corner.
Why? Don't hate, appreciate.
Hold that corner over there, Caitlin, up against the wall. Push it in tight. Do you see, like, are the holes that are drilled accessible?
Should they be accessible?
No, not from the inside.
Then no, they're not.
That looks good over there. Looks good-ish. So the next piece we put in is going to come over this and fold back in. That's that other piece we painted. But I want to make sure that this is at least approximately the same distance. It looks like it's kind of all over the place because it's hand cut. I should say it looks like it is because it is. See, that's 2 inches. I almost feel like that one needs to come down a little bit.
How'd you put it down?
It doesn't need to come down because it's cut up. So like this piece here is gonna square that up. And it goes in there like that.
Wait, it goes inside?
Yes.
Oh, right, because it has to go over.
So that little like lip there, that's just bad cutting. I don't know who cut it.
So was it me?
Can't change it now.
Doesn't matter at this point, we're ready to tack it in. So, K8lynn, grab the welder and use our Arc Captain MiG 200. And if you are not already signed up to win one, we're giving one away as soon as we get to 10,000 subscribers. So make sure you're subscribed to this channel. Make sure you're subscribed to the Arc Captain Welding channel. And then go back and watch this video, published it about a month ago. Watch that video, leave us a comment, and like the video. That's literally all you have to do to win yourself a multi-phase welder. 220, 110 runs MIG welding, TIG welding, aluminum spool gun welding, flux core welding, gas shielded welding. It is a monster of a machine. And as you can see, we're using our old Lincoln welder as a welding cart because this one is just that much better.
Hey, you just turned it off.
Well, I didn't turn it off or on because it's not plugged in.
Or is it this plug? Oh, that's for the move.
That's definitely the plug.
What is that plugged into?
That, hello, that is plugged into our electric heater. Okay,
I was falling wrong into the cord.
we're gonna start with this hole right here. See that? Mm-hmm. You're just gonna fill that hole.
For how long?
Well, you're gonna plug weld it. You're gonna weld it until you weld that plate to the actual firewall that's around that hole. So it's weld, push, 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 done. You're barely getting all the way red all the way through here, so keep going. Not bad. I've seen better. Let's go to that one right there. Skip this hole. Go to that one right there.
Okay.
Try and get the weld in that, like on this sheet first. Get it nice and hot all the way through and then move out to tie it into the outside. Hold on, let me push against it. Okay, go ahead. Beautiful. I don't know what it looks like on the outside, but I liked it on the inside.
Well, what am I doing?
Pick one like right in here.
Okay.
Good. That's really good penetration.
Now this one in the corner?
Come over here to the corner or the side somewhere. Okay, now K8lynn's gonna go ahead and tack this piece in the top here. And if you didn't watch last week's episode, you might be asking yourself, why are you building this firewall so close to the back of that engine and the valve covers and everything? Yeah, we talked about building a removable kind of doghouse to do this, but basically, if you buy a new Ford truck and it needs an engine service of any kind, they're going to pull the front clip in the cab off. So we're kind of just making it factory.
Yeah, factory at 4:30 on a Friday shift.
We're just looking to make it usable, not necessarily make it right. Hold it tight against there. Don't stare at it. Put your glasses down. I'll stare at it and I'll go blind for the both of us. I believe you twisted it and it bent it out of shape. Go to the next hole and get a good solid weld in there. Good. Ish. Let me have it.
Give it back.
See how that one's like kind of flush with the...
Yeah, give it back.
Let me clean the slag out of the end of this. You want to be able to weld by ear, not by braille.
Doing this with my left hand though, so it's different.
I mean, I don't really like, I don't love that. It's not the worst weld I've ever seen. That looks better. All right, we're gonna have to grind that one down before you put any more weld on it. Come out here in the middle, do one out here, so we don't end up warping everything. All right, that is done. Now that we have this top piece in here, the question becomes, where exactly is that needing to land? What are we gonna have to do to fill this part here? So there's basically gonna be one piece, two piece. You might actually be able to go all the way across here. We might be able to just clean this edge up. Just kind of putting this up here for fun. So that's right against that top edge. That's pretty perfect actually to be able to like cut a piece here and fold it so it goes underneath. And then we have like a small piece here, small piece there.
Yeah, why would we make another piece that fits that side if we could just make it straight across?
Because the gas pedal needs to come up in here. There needs to be room for it. Because we have to use the factory F350 fuel pedal.
No, I'm saying right here. Just go straight across on here, and then you would bend it in like that.
Yeah, that's a possibility.
So you don't have to start bending it here. Do we have to do these?
No. This is actually the side piece over here. That's what that's supposed to be.
Oh.
We're going to have to get the cutoff wheel and clean this edge up straight all the way through here. So we might as well get that marked and cut now. What do you think?
Sure.
Thought so too. Now, some of you out there are like me, and you're pretty fed up with some of the cutoff wheels you're finding out there. I am absolutely thoroughly impressed with this set of clearance cutoff wheels that I got at, where was I? Tractor Supply the other day. They were in the clearance bin. There was a pack of 10 of them. They're the Spider brand ceramic abrasives. These things last 4 times as long as this DeWalt's or the Forney from Rural King that we usually get. These things are unbelievable. Not sponsored, but highly recommend if you can pick some up. Actually, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to find these and I'm going to put a link in the description below where you can grab some from our Amazon affiliate link. It does help us. We get a little commission from Amazon. Doesn't cost you anything, but those will be there. And these things are incredible. There's also a list there with the Amazon affiliate link of all of our favorite tools that we've accumulated from Amazon over the years. So a lot of good stuff there. Yes?
It's going right here.
What's going right there?
Leaving it bare wall.
Probably a small fire extinguisher if we're being smart.
You know, I wish I could be doing fun stuff like that, but no, I gotta learn how to build a truck. What?
K8lynn had to run inside, get some homework started. So I am gonna just test fit. This is that piece she just cut out on time lapse. Went ahead and bent one side, bent the other, so it should kind of overlap here, and then we'll be able to get this actually on top of the piece that we put inside there first. So let me run. Probably need to open that bend up just a little bit. This bend here needs to be flattened out a little bit, so let's make that happen if we can. Unbending metal. Not as easy as bending metal. Maybe. So I know there's a lot of guys out there that would want to do some cardboard aided design here with some empty 24 packs, but I've been sober for 40 years, so I don't have any 24 packs laying around. And if you're doing the math on that, I'm also 40 years old, so Baptist minister here. I used to call us teetotalers. I don't think anybody uses that term anymore. Kind of wish I could I need to hold that inside of there. Come with me! What I need to be able to do is mark the top of this here. Like that. Oh. Realizing a small problem. Got a little tab down here that's in the way. So I think when we actually get this thing flipped up in the air and we undercoat the bottom, seam seal all that, I'll be able to clean that up. But should now be out of our way. So you guys are kind of missing some of the overlap here. So this line going from the corner stops there. We should be back here far enough that if I cut there and then went straight across and then went down that side, I could actually cut that side out too. I kind of left it a little long, I thought, and then I realized after we got it in there that that corner down there fit perfectly. So if I cut this corner off here, kind of through there, that corner off there and then back in. I think that'll work just fine. I really do. I think we can make that happen. We're in good shape, I think. I'm gonna try and get this so the pieces bend below the trans tunnel and over the top, so that those are all tied in. Probably won't be able to get it to bend around this corner, but I should be able to get it to bend under this corner to help support that floor. And then again, once we get this up in the air and we can get on the inside, we'll finish welding it out, seam seal it. Not sure that's going to be this episode. I'm trying to get a little bit shorter episodes together and more frequently. And so we may just be looking at wrapping this up with sealing in the firewall, tacking it in, and then next episode, flipping this cab up in the air and getting underneath it, cleaning it up, painting it, coating it with the Sweet Patina N1 coating, getting it all seam sealed, airtight, getting insulation on, and then setting the cab back down. That might be our next step here. So I've already got the piece cut out from earlier. I need to get that kind of up against that hole and figure that out. K8lynn's back. You saw her cleaning up the rust and rough edges on that piece we just cut out here. So I know we're gonna have to cut here so that this can be bent up and under this trans tunnel. And we're gonna have to mark over here so we can cut out the corner.
What do you mean this is going to need to be cut? Why wouldn't you just fold it? Why does this need to be cut? This side?
This corner.
No, that
We'll
corner.
need to cut here and here so we can fold this around and fold this up. Because this is going to slip under the trans tunnel.
Yeah, I see what you're
This is going to slip under the floor, and this is going to fold around. And then on top, we actually have to fold it over. So I also already pre-drilled the existing portion of the firewall that we put in there. So when we flip this over the top of it, we can actually plug weld from the bottom from outside. So I think to get us the space we need to begin with, we need to fold the top over. We're going to come down like 3/4 of an inch, fold that over. And that should, because we're running into, there's a brace up here, guys, that this cowl vent functions off of. And this brace right here is getting in our way. So we're going to fold that down, give us a little bit more room to get this pushed back where we need to. Because what I don't want to do is end up with a corner here. And I think we've got it enough so we can get it slipped over that way far enough once it's behind the trans tunnel. You know what I mean? So let's bend that top real quick and then pop back in here and see where we're at. All right, give it the old heave ho, K8lynn.
How?
Wait a minute. We're bending that the wrong way. We need to flip it over. Measurements are funny. Keep coming, go 90 degrees. Stand on it. Keep going. Keep going. It's going to bounce back, so keep going a little bit further. Hercules, Hercules. Oh, yeah. Big win for the home team. Oh, yes. What a victory.
Is it?
So I think what might help us to locate this would actually be to bend this side, because this is almost a 90-degree angle. That's not over there. So if we bend this side, that'll allow us to locate it over. And then what we can do is just trace all this. It's got to come down quite a bit, actually. That'll give us a start. Give us a start. What do you think? Will that give us a start?
Guess so.
Get that on that line out there.
It's on the line. Wait, what?
This corner over here is keeping us from getting this down. This needs to go down about another, not that far, 1.25 inches maybe.
Cut it.
Well, I'm seriously considering cutting the floor loose and slipping that down in there. And then we can weld it back, and then when we flip the cab up, we can trim the bottom off.
Do it.
She said do it. Probably gonna do it.
Welcome to the view of inside the truck.
Pretty crazy that your feet are not even touching the firewall. You're not even all the way against the back. This cab looks very small, but it's got a ton of room in it.
Vaulted ceilings. That works.
We've done our cutting and our fitting. I think we're gonna have to.
You didn't cut it on this side.
We're gonna have to mark that side, cut it. But this is over far enough. Go ahead and mark the back side of that too. Okay, one more cut, at least. Shoot.
What'd you do?
Well, that's supposed to come down. I need to know what it's sitting on.
Oh, the hockey pucks.
No, they're out of there. They're back there already.
The
Oh, look at that. Sitting right on the...
Look at the transmission.
Trim that. Well, it needs to come down at least this far, so...
That seems a bit much.
It would, except you haven't had your hand on top of this. There's at least that much of a gap still above here. Above here, where it needs to come down. Nice.
Does it fit? Does it fit?
Still have a little bit of a hole there.
Nothing a little Bondo can't fix.
So I've beveled my edges here already, and I'm getting ready to glue that corner back on because we definitely needed it.
Good thing is it's just metal and you can weld it up if you cut it.
right, we got it just hot enough to warp it, so should be fine-ish with a little plenishing hammer and a grinder. Are you warm?
No.
Yeah, me either. All right, last test fit with our new little panhandle. You know what?
What?
I just realized I might have welded that in the wrong spot. Which would be hilarious. Didn't get it over far enough.
I'm not laughing.
Just gonna need to tap this corner.
What about the hole over there in the floor?
Well, this... What hole over where? That'll get drawn together.
How?
Don't you worry about it. It definitely will. See that?
And they got a hole over here.
Yeah, because it's not over all the way yet. Maybe it is. I think that's where it's going to live.
I guess so. That looks right.
Gonna have to fill a little hole over here when we flip it up before we cover the undercoat and everything. Cover the bottom with the undercoat. And we're gonna have to pull this out to meet this, which it will do. It's just, it's kind of wobbly right now. Hold that up there like that. You gotta hold this over here.
How am I supposed to reach in there?
Well, you might need to come to this side of the truck. Are you holding the top?
Yeah. Well, hold on. It's not gonna stay there.
Can you hold it right there?
Yeah.
Okay, don't let it move. Is that touching the trans tunnel now?
Yeah.
Right there?
Yeah.
Okay. It's good?
Yep.
All right. It's late. I'm a little frustrated. Which is not a good way to do good work. We're gonna try it anyways. So let's just get this tacked in on the corners. And I kind of thought this was gonna have to be this way anyways, but I think that's not gonna be able to be fully welded out until we get the cab up in the air next time to be able to basically weld and fold underneath this trans tunnel and everything. So let's get this in here. Get it positioned where it needs to go. And we'll tack the top, at least the top corner. Did I ever tell you about the kidnapping when I was in 7th grade at school? I never told you about that? I was in the middle of a test and I leaned over, I was like, bro, you better wake up before Miss Graves finds you sleeping during this test. That kid was napping all the time, I swear.
Get out of here.
All right. Get this up here on this corner. Oh, hey. Access hole. Engaged. I can see right through there, though. I mean, it's noise. Get one over there on that side. Whoo, baby, I just filled that entire hole. That's weird. Oh yeah.
Hey, it looks nice from out here.
I said, what hole? Ain't no hole there. All right. And that, my friends, is a firewall. If you need to get yourself one of these nice Crossthread Garage sweatshirts, hoodies, crew necks, t-shirts, hats, all kinds of stuff, stickers, or just donate some money to K8lynn in this project to finish her truck, you can do that at crossthreadgarage.com. And as always, we'd encourage you to join the channel as a member here on YouTube because we do monthly live streams. Got one coming up. I think it's going to have to be next week because what's today? 21st? 26th? Holy smokes, we got one coming up soon. So monthly live streams with our members. We do some behind the scenes videos, discounts on merchandise. It's all there if you hit the join button down there next to the subscribe button, which you can't do on an Apple product, but you can do from your desktop. So figure that out. Any parting words there, K8lynn?
Adios.
I got some. Quit twisting my measuring tape up.
My measuring tape.